Like, if you can't afford to pay for your vice, you shouldn't have one. Period. Point blank, period. If you can't afford to pay for what you do, you shouldn't be doing it. You can't afford to do it. But they have this false sense of reality that, well, I mean, it's the gay people with each other, and they all look out for each other. So it's like that's how a person can afford, not even afford. That's how a person can have a vice that they can't afford to finance. It's because these gay people look out for each other. It's like they don't believe in telling a person no. You know what I'm saying? Like they all even if they don't want to, like you can tell, like, and that's like I guess it's like an unwritten rule in their community that they look out for each other, because I've been in situations where you can obviously tell that the person is annoyed and aggravated by and agitated by somebody begging them for what they have, but in the gay community it's like they can't tell each other no. You know what I'm saying? And it's like a motherfucker will look at you like you did them dead ass wrong for telling them no. Like you're obligated to support somebody else's habit that they can't afford to do just because they want to do it. And it's like, I guess if you're gay and they're gay, you gotta do it. Because I see people all the time not want to do it, but they do it anyway. And it's like a sigh, you know what I'm saying, of like, damn, bro, I can't have shit. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you can tell like they're agitated by people constantly begging them for shit all the time. But in the gay community, they can't tell each other no, obviously, because I see it all the time. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's not reality. Like, I don't give a fuck about telling nobody no. Cause I ain't do what I did to get what I have for a motherfucker to mooch and ride my wave just because they're willing to beg and borrow and ask another motherfucker for something that they're not willing to provide for themselves. I don't give a fuck about telling you no. I gotta work hard and do whatever the fuck I gotta do to get what I have. And I'm just supposed to give it to you because you ain't willing to do that? Man, I don't give a fuck about you. I don't care. I could be a bad person. I don't give a fuck. Somebody got to be a bad person. But I'm only a bad person because I'm no longer willing to allow people to use and manipulate me. I'm a bad person because people know I don't really give a fuck about much. So if I got it, you could get it from me. You know what I'm saying? Um, I'm only a bad person because of that, because people want to use you up and use you for everything you have because they don't want to do shit for themselves, and they know they have a person like you around who doesn't have a problem sharing what they have. But it's like, bro, that shit over, bro. Like, I would have a lot more in life if I didn't look out for other people. Like, that's just the harsh reality in life. Like, I would have a lot more if I wasn't so giving and willing to share what I have with people who don't have it. But they'll use you up for that shit. It's like they know, oh, he got a good heart and he'll give you anything. So a motherfucker bleed you dry, suck you dry of everything you have because they know they got you to fall back on. And it's like, okay, now I'm just on a no. I can't do it. I ain't got it. Even if I do got it, no. Because if you don't do that, you're gonna fuck around and be broke fucking with these motherfuckers, because they're gonna bleed you dry of everything you have, and they're going to beg and beg and beg and beg and beg till you ain't got shit, like they ain't got shit. And then what they gonna do when you ain't got shit because you done gave it all to them? Move the fuck on to go leech off of another motherfucker. So it's like, if you fall on hard times after you've done so much for other people, you don't have those same people to fall back on when you need something. So it's like, you gotta be selfish in order to sustain anything in this world. You have to. Like, people will say you're wrong and you're bad because you don't give, but I don't give now because I gave. I'm a very generous person because I don't really give a fuck about much, like material things. I never give a fuck about none of that shit. Everybody else do, but it's like when you move like that, people know it, and they try to bleed you dry. They try to suck you dry of everything you have because they know, oh, he don't give a fuck. Oh, he got it. And it's like, that's a horrible reason to use a person. That's a horrible reason to mooch and try to manipulate and control a person just because you know it's not a big deal to them. Yet these same people never contribute to the reason I was ever, or I'm able, or in a position at all to even move like that and not give a fuck about the shit. They never contribute a thing to why I be in a position financially or why I be in a position to have shit to not give a fuck about. They don't contribute nothing to that but trying to use me up for the shit. And that shit dead. I used to move like that because I don't mind helping out people who got less than me, but it's like people who got less than you don't mind using you up for everything you have because they don't have shit, because they don't want to do what it takes to go get it. So that shit dead. Ain't nobody getting shit from me that don't contribute to me getting it. I don't care how I look. I don't care how I'm perceived. It is what it is. Because nobody give a fuck when you ain't got shit to give. No one cares. They only give a fuck when you got something they can use you for and they can get it from you. I'm enjoying the fact that can't nobody call me and ask me for nothing right now. Like, I'm not saying I'm enjoying my circumstance, but I'm saying as a person who's been used up and a person who done did so much for people and I can't get them to do shit for me, man, I'm enjoying the fact that don't call me because I ain't got shit for you. I said what I said. Sauce Lord shit.